Yeah, hi there. And these comments, I'm going to just use your initials for privacy purposes, SK. And let's take a look at your question. You say, I took the TOEFL 10 days ago. I got my scores. I got 97, so you got 26 on the reading, 25 on the listening, 26 on the speaking, and then you got 20 points on the writing. You said, I found it hard to fit in with the time. In fact, I had to leave some reading answers blank. I wasn't feeling so well on test day, so I'm pretty happy with my results. I would too. You did a great job. 97 is a good score. You say, although I'm surprised with the writing part, that I thought was the part which I did better. I know that it's possible to rescore the test, but it is not clear to me how it would change. If I decided to rescore the writing part, could I reach a 23 from my 20? I'm going to say probably not. That would be my best guess. I mean, I don't know exactly, but let's take a look at what a score of 20 means. So if we go to the actual rubrics for the TOEFL, so if you got 20 points on the independent writing task, it means this. Let me look at the information here. So it means that you need to develop your ideas more than you did. Now, if you disagree with that, you might want to have it rescored. It also means that it's difficult to understand how you're connecting your ideas. It means that you may have some problems with your thesis and the topic sentences in your body paragraphs. If you think you have good thesis statements, good topic sentences, if you disagree with that particular area, you might want to have it rescored. Now, a score 20 also means you have some grammar problems. You have problems constructing your sentences. You might be creating what's called run-ons, comma splices, or fragments. You're having some problems with your word choice according to your score, and it makes your ideas unclear sometimes. Now, again, if you disagree with that and you think that you do well in those areas, that you may want to have your test rescored. Now, also your score of 20 indicates that you have an accurate but limited range of sentence structures and vocabulary. It means that you're using mostly basic type grammar. You need to advance your grammar a little bit more than you're doing. So if you disagree with that assessment, then you may want to have it rescored. If you think your paper is better than what I just said, you might want to have it rescored. Now, with the integrated writing practice, the integrated writing task, excuse me, you're having problems according to your score connecting the main points in the lecture to the main points in the reading. In fact, you are able to only point out in a kind of a general way, in an unclear way, what those connections are. Now also, if you scored 20, you have omitted one key point in the lecture. Let me ask you, when you did the integrated writing task, do you feel like you understood all of the 3 points in the lecture? If you feel like you left one of those out, then you should not get your test rescored. The last thing is you have an incomplete, inaccurate, or imprecise connection of the ideas in the lecture to the ideas in the reading passage. Now, what I just did is I gave you some of the problems that your writing might have based on a score of 20 points out of 30. Now, the question is, to what degree do you disagree with the points that I just said to you? And if you think that all these things do not accurately describe your writing and you're for sure, then you may have your test rescored. Now, usually it doesn't help. I'll be honest with you. I've had a few of my students get their test rescored. Typically, it's not going to make a difference unless you think there's some kind of mistake that was made by one of the IBT human raters. All right, that would be my advice on that. So anyway, thank you very much for your comments. And again, congratulations on very, very strong academic English language proficiency.